Hello, my name is Seyi. I am from Houston, Texas. Welcome to our home in San Pedro, Belize. Our home here is called Abebe Oasis. Abbeby is a word from the Yoruba language, which is from Nigeria. And Abbeby means a home or a place or a thing that we have prayed for and asked God for. And this is one of the things that my husband and I did request from God, and we are now here to be able to feature that home. I believe our journey to Belize started about 11 years ago. My husband and I went on our honeymoon in 2015. The honeymoon consisted of a cruise, and one of our stops was Belize City. And as soon as we got there, we had scheduled a tour to do a walk-in tour of the city. And my husband and I looked at each other and said, we want a piece of this place. Now, fast forward 7 years later, in 2022, we started doing some research about the possibility of getting a home in Belize City. And as we started looking at that, we realized it was not in our budget. So we started looking at other islands in Belize. We started actually with Placencia, and they had a lot of fractionate ownerships. And my family and I have a little motto: we know what we know and we do what we know. We don't know anything about fractionate ownership. So we deviated and kept doing some more research, and we actually ran into a video of Will on YouTube. And I said to myself, this guy's corny, but I like him. So at that point, I watched a little bit more of his videos. In one of his videos, I was able to see he had an email address. So I sent him an email, a quick introduction of myself and my husband, letting him know that we're looking into, what the opportunities are in San Pedro. And he responded to my email, put me in contact with Chris. And from then, we scheduled a trip to San Pedro in June 2022. And that's where our journey began. So before buying property here, we had a little bit of concern. I think the biggest concern we had was, yes, this is still a ReMax company, but is it the same as the United States? And we had never worked with any other realtor companies anyway out of the country. So we thought to ourselves, well, what if this whole thing is a scam? What if we do get here and they're just, we get there and the ReMax sign falls off and it's a different company behind it, So there was definitely a lot of thoughts that went through our mind. But as soon as we came into Mahogany Bay, actually, as soon as Chris picked me up from the Alaya, everything changed, because this big teddy bear shows up and we're just like, we like him, we like him. And he was very sweet, very patient, because I came with my sister and a friend, and everybody's a chatterbox. We all had questions, and he answered everybody's questions. He was very patient with us. And I think even from there, we were able to meet other realtors from ReMax. He took us to the office. We felt very, very comfortable. So a little bit more about Chris. And if anybody else has never met Chris, even if he's not your realtor, feel free to introduce yourself to him, because he's an amazing human being. And he definitely gave us a lot of, first-class treatment without knowing us and not expecting anything from us, because at the end of the day, we didn't have to purchase anything from him. He was definitely patient and just made us feel very, very comfortable. Yeah, so with building our home and the entire process, and even for us to be where we are today, we had looked at a few floor plans. So it started with us buying the land 4 years ago. And just to add, we purchased land here in Mahogany Bay. We also purchased a piece of land in Secret Beach. My sister also purchased land in Mahogany Bay and Secret Beach, and my girlfriend purchased land in Secret Beach. So that's how comfortable we felt with Chris on that first visit. We looked through a few floor plans. We didn't want anything too big, but we also wanted something big enough to host family. And I come from a pretty big family. I have 4 siblings. Everybody's married, have kids. So I wanted something more than a 2-bedroom, but not more than a 4-bedroom. We started looking at the budget, couldn't afford a 4-bedroom, but we knew that this head sail floor plan, which is what Abebe Oasis is, the head sail floor plan gave us room to do a little bit of personalization. So we have a 3-bedroom. We made the half-bedroom a full bathroom. So we made that larger, cut a little bit into the laundry room, and then we added the loft. So the loft actually lets us sleep 2 to 4 people. We added 2 full beds to the top. So technically we have a 4-bedroom, 3 baths, and then we have an outdoor shower. I just love the idea of being able to take a shower outside after I get out of the pool. So we liked that addition. So for anyone that is interested in purchasing here in San Pedro, specifically Mahogany Bay or Secret Beach, I ask you to run, don't walk. Make your way over to the ReMax office. And even if you think that it's something that you can't afford, I'm sure one of the realtors, specifically Chris, will be able to navigate you to something that you can afford. I spoke earlier about my girlfriend who purchased something in Secret Beach because that was in her budget. She's like, I can't afford Mahogany Bay. What do you have for me? And he had some discussions with her, and she purchased in Secret Beach. So be very, very relaxed, very comfortable with the fact that this is genuinely another ReMax company. So if you're from the States or even Canada, you're very familiar with them. It's the same white glove service that you will have here, and you will meet some absolutely amazing people. The team here is amazing, and even this, just the people of the island here are absolutely amazing, very inviting. So come on through. Actually, run through.